So let's evolve the Evolve Sleeper and draw another land so we can ultimate Liliana and recast her. Not that it matters because we don't have cards in hand, so let's... Okay. How do we divide these on two piles? Today we are going to Standard Brawl to see if Mono Black is really the creme de la creme in this current meta. Our commander, Liliana of the Veil. As you probably know, Mono Black is dominating Standard right now, or at least is right there at the top. So we naturally have to test it on the Brawl environment. Is there enough depth on Black to play a 60 card deck of single copies? Naturally, you can test this deck with different commanders. Sheoldred for a more aggressive version, Jadar for more sacrifice synergies, Liliana for a more controlly version, and Henrika could be a more versatile version of them. I'm not going to describe our strategy and our game plan, as it is obvious we just want to curve out with powerful creatures, control the board with a lot of removal, and close the game with our top end. If you enjoyed this video on the daily content, don't forget to subscribe, leave a like. It would be amazing if you could support the channel. What's up everyone, welcome back one more time. You know the deal, we play Standard Brawl, and today we are going to play with Mono Black. Liliana as our commander, trying to find out if Mono Black is also the top deck of the Standard Brawl format, as it is currently on Standard, at least one of the best decks in the metagame. We are playing versus Kodama, Mono Green, and we have a Graph Reaver. Well, this is one of the creatures that you play in Standard Brawl for more aggressive 2-drops, because we cannot play multiple copies of the Tenacious Underdog, which we happen to draw as we mentioned him. So turn 3 Liliana is super good, as usual, and we will discard a Tenacious Underdog. Make them discard as well. I drop a forest, we hit them for 3. Went with another forest and a Topiary Stomper to continue the ramping. River pings us for 1. We can make them sacrifice the Stomper. And I think I like to disrupt their hand with the Biting Palm Manja, which is another card that you include in this list, which is not played currently in Standard, but good enough 3-drop for us here, because we bounce back the River and we get their best card. Opponent doesn't like that, and we got their nice fast victory. We are back for more Mono Black in Standard Brawl, going up against Edgar Vampires. Could be holding up the swamps. I need to buy some nice land art for our basics, but I don't really like the Dominar United lands. Holding up my gems and my gold. Don't really like to spend on cosmetics, but yeah, just need them cards to play the game. Alright, turn 1 Evolved Sleeper is always pretty nice. We are playing against Edgar, as we mentioned. Looks like they have a removal spell. And they're going to eat the 1, and we will play the Raven Man. Looks like they're holding up a cat down. So we will give them 1 target for that. Yep. I think at this point, Evolved Sleeper could be even better than Raven Man. Well, we have to play Liliana. So let's get in for 1. And make them discard. We can drop a what? I don't think we get to Junji. I think I much rather hold Interaction, because if we can hold up Interaction, then we will be very close to ultimating Lily. 3 removal spells in hand. That's good. Overseer for them. So not just a vampire build, just a horse of good stuff. Alright. I think we need to continue the Liliana uptick and we can drop the Celestus. As I mentioned, I'm happy to just hold up our removal spells while we get Lily close to ultimate range. And let's just use the March, ping the Overseer for 1, and get in with 2-2. There you go. Do they play Edgar here? Wow, Liliana is so good. Look at that. Already at 5 loyalty. Made them discard a bunch of cards. If they play something really good, we can make them sacrifice it. We have an Evolved Sleeper that can start drawing us cards if we wanted to, really. We have to evolve him twice at this point. Alright, so opponent decides to play an Edgar. And I think we want to do exactly what we planned to do, which is deal with Edgar here. Yeah, let's first kill Edgar. And make them discard. Oh. They didn't transform the Edgar, right? Put it back in the command zone. Okay, so let's make them discard one more time. We will discard our last removal spell, but we were getting an ultimate from Lily. We continue to play with Liliana of the Veil going up against Sheol Dread. Opponent goes first. Our hand looks really good. And even better, wow, we can curve out like champions. Evolve Sleeper. It's going to eat a removal spell, alright. We can follow that up with a Tenacious Underdog. That's the usual standard. The usual standard game pattern. And with Lily, yeah, Lily, turn 3. We both discard, and we will discard this Reaver. Attack them for 3. Wow, look at the quality of cards in our hand. Black is so good. Ah! Yeah, this is something that really beats us. The Invoke Despair. Wow. And we miss our 4th land. Things are going south very quickly. Just as good as we were a couple of seconds ago. Opponent is just now in command. They can eat our underdog. Wow, perfect draw for our opponent. Wow. I'm impressed by that. And now I think that I need to deal with the Trespasser, right? Like, use a removal spell, drop what? Meat-Cook Massacre? Oh, wow. Opponent sequenced that perfectly. Draws 2. Yeah. Still, wow, we are still missing land drops. Okay, so we are bound to lose this game for sure. Cruelty, Curse of Leeches, and a Virus Beetle, so we are still discarding even more cards. And I think we just have to discard the March. I'm going to remove this because we cannot take too many hits from a 4-4. There's our 4th land. I think this is too little, too late, because now we're in Rika and we need to draw here. Not too good. Uldaren Bloodcaster. There's a Sheoldred. Oh no, they remove Henrika. Well, 5 mana. Question is, what do we do right now? We have to play Cruelty. Liliana is no good at this point. But do we go for the 3 modes? Do we go for the 2 modes? I think we have to go for all the modes and maybe grab something from their hand. No, Bankbuster. That's also absurd right now for them. Yeah. They had deeper. Get the hell out of here. Wow! Our opponent is a genius! Jesus, what a draw! Absolutely ridiculous. Now we can tutor something, but I don't think it's going to be enough. We are even taking 3 from the tutoring. Yeah, no good. There's nothing in our deck that can save us. I mean, we could maybe invoke Despair then, but there's nothing. There's nothing here that Karn Silek doesn't do it. A removal on Junji doesn't do it. We just got outclassed. I'm happy that it is against Mono Black because we are actually testing if Mono Black is the best deck in the format, and that means that we can also easily die to Mono Black. Yeah, I don't know. We take Soaring, we put a Life Linker and a Bloodcaster, and we are dying in multiple ways because we are dying to Sheoldred, we are dying to the 4-4 Bankbuster, we are dying to Junji. Yeah, Black is good. They draw with the Reckoner Bankbuster, they gain 2 more. Opportunist, and yes, this is just too much because now we need to double block. We take 4, we gain 2, so we don't die to the Sheoldred trigger. There's nothing, yeah, there's nothing, there's not a single draw in our deck that can save us here. So we are just going to play to our last breath. But it's too little too late. We even draw another land, useless land, we drop to 2, and we look at the graveyards, we see that there's nothing good that we can find. We might as well bring Henrika back. Look at the top, we cannot put anything other than a land or a 1-drop in our hand. And that will be it. Concede. Good one. Ladies and gentlemen, we continue to play with Liliana, Mono Black, going up against Joda. Hand looks expensive but good because we can 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. We were just missing a Evolved Sleeper in this hand for it to be absolutely bonkers. Opponent on Joda. Mulligans. Alright. Ooh, Ravenman. Change of plans, change of plans. What's the best token producer here? I think it more upside playing Liliana is Ravenman, right? I think so. Because Jadar makes just the 2-2 that has decayed. On the Ravenman is going to make much more than that. Evolved Sleeper, you were 2 turns late. Okay, so everybody discards. And
we all have things we'd rather forget.
I don't think we need the Defiler Flesh. Or is it Junji? Wow, this is a difficult choice. Maybe Jadar? Defiler, yeah. I don't know if this is correct, but I think I like all my other cards better. Because if we don't draw the 4th land, we can double spell next turn. If we do draw the 4th land, which we do, we can play Henrika. We are still going to discard.
You won't be outsmarting me.
And now that we drew the 4th land, I think we can get rid of Jadar. That's not a good play anymore for us. And let's go Henrika and draw with Henrika. Pilfer is nice, because now we can punch them for 3, make another 1/1 in the air. Yeah, look at the Raven Man go! We have a 5 loyalty Lily, getting close to ultimate. And they deal with it. Wow. Whew, Jesus. A board wipe for Joda. Did not see that coming, so let's pilfer their hand. Celestis, Shigeki, Kamiwar. I think I'm mostly afraid of the Kamiwar here. Yeah, because now we can make them discard something. We will discard here the March. Because March, we need 7 mana to kill a Joda. And I think Evolve Sleeper is better right now if we can start evolving it until we can draw some lands. Okay, opponent with Celeste is going to play also a Shigeki. And the question is, well, we can ultimate Liliana right now. So let's evolve the Evolve Sleeper and draw another land, so we can ultimate Liliana and recast her. Not that it matters because we don't have cards in hand, so let's... Okay. How do we divide these on 2 piles? Pile number 1, pile number 2, you go to 2, 2, and let's see, this requires green mana to activate, so we cannot put those lands with Shigeki. If they want Shigeki, they will get lands that they cannot use to activate it, right? That would be the best play. Or they can have 3 lands plus a Celestis. They can get a Shigeki and 2 lands, or they can get a Celestis and 3 other lands. Alright, they choose the 3 lands and a Celestis. So now we can Junji. And this will put more pressure because next turn, depending on what they play. Oh, Rika, that's a good one. But we can make them sacrifice that. We even have a Braids. But yeah, let's just ensure this with Lily. Make them sack. Attack for 7. And yeah, this game is ours. Arcane Signet, that's Too Little Too Late, and a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. It's also quite late for that. And we played Braids, and we will go to attacks. We can even evolve the Sleeper, and opponent seen enough. Another victory for Mono Black. This will be our last round playing with Lily, Mono Black, going up against Rafine. Opponent goes first. This hand looks like too late for dealing with Rafine. And I like this hand based on the fact that both Gravelighter and Liliana are sacrifice effects, so and we have a March, so we can potentially remove some small creature with March and then answer Rafine on turn 3 with a sacrifice effect, avoiding the ward 1 that Rafine has. That's it. That is it. Containment Construct. So now we can easily deal with these. Although we can do it on their turn. Right, they will attack us. We are taking 2. To see if what's their follow-up. Lion Sash. Alright, so we can kill both things. One now and one in our turn. Still holding up a sacrifice effect for their Rafine potentially. Because now we will go Lily. Yep. Lily is always better. So that makes them sacrifice the construct.
One of your friends has to leave.
Opponent has a Tapland and a Ledger Shredder. That's another good card that we would like to deal with. Question is, do we spend our Gravelighter on that? Or do we play something else? I think that Ledger Shredder is very good with their deck, and if they play a Rafine on an empty board, that's not so problematic right now. Oh, they're only Liliana? We are both going to discard? I don't mind discarding cards while you also discard cards.
I'm tired of your secrets.
And let's throw away... Well, we can get something with Junji, so I think Body Launcher is useless now. They discarded a Queza. There's Swamp. And we have a very good follow-up, because Junji, for them, it's difficult. Because if they make us sacrifice the Junji, we are going to bring back something good. So let's discard Sheoldred. And put a Junji on the battlefield. You're still missing land drops, so we should be fine. If they want to make us discard, then that's also fine. Alright. Oh, they make a sack. Alright, so I think I'd rather make them discard the entire hand, right? Like, we have a Soaring. Let's make them discard their hand. What are you holding on to? Whoa! I'm so glad I did that. Air type plus a Raven Man. Because here the game changer is Soaring. They play Rafine, we make them sack with Lily, and we play a Soaring. We even have the Karn Silence, so yeah. Rafine down, and Soaring, and this is the game breaker. These games are so equalized that there's just a single card that breaks the parity, and it's right now it's Soaring. I think it was Junji actually. That makes more sense, but Soaring here is going to lead us to a victory for sure. Overseer was a good draw for them, but wow, they discarded Kaito. Okay. Let's see, we have 2 Planeswalkers, a Biting Palm Ninja. We cannot take Liliana up until we play the Biting Palm Ninja. So let's attack Lily. Yeah. I'm sorry, opponent. The opponent saw enough, and yeah. Alright, we reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, consider subscribing to the channel. Continue watching another videos here and here. And we will see each other on the next one.